Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's get this one over with as quickly and painlessly as possible. This movie is terrible. And not for like the writing and the acting and all the things you possibly would think it would be terrible for. This movie is terrible based on content. There are no good people in this film. The one closest character to being good is the new guy, but everybody is a bully and everybody is a victim. Um, the premise of the movie is three. Oh, technical difficulties. Please stand by. The premise of this movie is three high school students with the addition of a fourth new kid who has deep secrets from his past, uh, bully a woman in her home, um, to the point where she ends up she's got depression and she ends up killing herself. Then the husband calls all these kids up and says, believe it or not, you're in her will, and you're going to get all this money if you make a phone call. Um, so one by one, they all go into this room and they make the phone call, and it's actually to the woman who is dead. The woman is played by Lin Shaye. You might recognize her from things like Insidious. That's where she's most famous, but she's been in very many horror films. And the husband is played by Tobin Bell. You'll recognize him as Jigsaw from the Saw movies. Anyway, so one by one, the teenagers all go into a room and they somehow are able to call this dead woman. And this is where it gets bad, content wise, is because they are all one by one killed based on their previous childhood traumas. The first one is killed because in the way he experiences his childhood trauma, where his father was abusive. I'm going to skip the second one and come back to that one because that one's by far the most unacceptable. The second one, or sorry, the third one is the new kid. He his girlfriend gets into a car accident. They're trying to deal with the fact that she has teenage pregnancy. I gotta say, after the second one, I largely checked out. I wanted to leave so bad, but I stuck it out anyway. Um, and then by far the worst one is the fourth girl, and she ended up. You find out she killed her childhood best friend, who happened to be the daughter of the woman who hung herself. That's the movie, essentially. The second kid is the younger brother, and they allude to the fact that his father might have been molesting him. They never come right out and say it, but they allude to it pretty heavily. And to attack all these kids, yes, what they did to the woman was unacceptable. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. It was unacceptable. But to systematically kill one of them, or every single one of them, one by one, by re-experiencing their childhood traumas, especially if one of them is a victim of molestation, is irredeemable. There's nothing I can really say about this film. It's awful. Don't watch it. I'm triggered by it. Um, I'm upset by it. I've never been this upset by a film well, I haven't been this upset about a film in probably 2 decades. So this one gets a very enthusiastic thumbs down, and I can't wait to never think about this movie ever again. Don't watch this film. Skip it. That's all I gotta say.
Phew.